Greetings everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed here and welcome to the second edition of the Mystery Files of Detective Inaba. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, but if not, obviously there are going to be people in the comments who don't like it when you mispronounce a name, but we're going to ignore them regardless because their opinions don't matter. So, well, in a bad way. So, this is the second edition of Detective Inaba. And if you want to check out the first edition, I recommend checking out the playlist that is with this video and start watching from number 1 and then work your way down towards the end of the game, and then obviously we get to number 2. So this is more murder mystery over murder mystery with paranormal from what I've heard. So let us start this game and see where this adventure takes us. And also have the two main characters back from the first game, along with the other person who survived, obviously. Caution! Okay, I did not have enough time to read that, for goodness sakes. Oh my goodness sakes, stop this. Okay, stop. That hurts. Someone, please. Ugh, Big Brother. What's happened to Big Brother? Press the S key to skip text. I don't want to skip text. As a Let's Player and as a story hunter, or story discoverer, however you want to pronounce it, we're going to read through the text. Because that's what we do. Oh, aren't you a little cutie? It's time to wake up. Are we? It's already 8 o'clock in the morning. Breakfast is waiting. It's 8 AM already? It's strange for you to sleep in so late, Big Brother. I just stayed up a little too late last night. You know, watching anime, playing games, looking at my emails, then going to bed, you know, the important stuff. I'm not speaking of past experience, by the way. I'll be down shortly, so go on ahead without me, Owie. If you say so, but don't take too long, okay? Don't worry about me, I'll be down just as soon as I change out of my pajamas. Guess it's time for me to head downstairs. Right, how to play the game. Arrow keys, obviously, for movement. Hold shift and the movements to run. Interact with stuff in the game by pressing the enter key or Z. Preferably enter key, just because it's right next to the movement arrows. Escape is to use escape and the X key if you want to go to the main menu, and obviously cancel an interaction. Obviously also an alternative way of cancelling interactions is to press enter also. S key is to skip text, we won't be looking at that. Change window size, no, we're not going to be looking at that. F12 reset game, no, we're not going to be looking at that. There we go. That's the basis of what we're doing. December the 10th. I couldn't read all that because it just transitions too quickly. I don't think it's the translator's fault either. It's excuse me. It's full of textbooks and novels. Oh my god, it's a university student. Textbooks and novels. Textbooks and novels. Clothes stored inside. Yep, more clothes stored inside here. It's a book I borrowed from the other day. I need to give it back to him later. Goodness sakes, with these games which have Japanese names, I can only pronounce about 5% of the names. The rest, just, I have no idea how to slip it out of my tongue. Akini will yell at me if I don't clean up this mess soon. It's a mirror. I hate looking at mirrors. It always shows somebody that's not me. Basically, your mirror's haunted, mate. Get it changed. Or, if you change your mirror and it still shows the same kind of symptoms, move to a different house. Therefore, you're not under the house's influence. And if it's still haunted, then there's obviously something wrong with you. Right. Not there's something wrong with you. Just that your mind is showing you something that's not there. And for me, it's a good-looking chap. An expensive vase is placed here. Actually, I don't need a mirror to tell me that I'm a good-looking chap. I already know that I am. Right, I should really get going into the dining room. And what about... Oh, actually, what are these? This is one bedroom. This is another bedroom. Natsumi. That one. I don't know. Oh gosh. Okay, so this is a big family then. Hello there. Oh, young master. Good morning to you, sir. My gosh, you look like you need some sleep, lady. Good morning. It looks like it's yet another day where those bags under your eyes are being very nice to you. Oh no. Almost instantly I thought this lady needs some sleep. Yes. Proved it correctly to me. Please, maiden, please, get some sleep. Yes, my apologies. Hey, no need to apologize for your insomnia. Did you remember to take your sleeping pills last night? Huh? Oh, yes, indeed. I don't know how you do it, but it's like you know me better than I know myself, young master. People watching is kind of a hobby of mine. Is that so? Yep, and before I go, you shouldn't keep the fact that you broke that plate yesterday a secret from Mr. them any longer. Ah, my god, that spy, that's haunting. Ah, you knew, but how? I see everything. I even watch when you... Anyways, I'll leave it out to your imagination. Oh, fine, I'll report to Mr. straight away, sir. That'd be for the best. Okay, so it looks like we can either go to the third floor or the first floor. Although, judging from the stairs, it already gives away that this one goes up because you can see like the tiles elevate, and this one goes down because obviously you see the darkness of the shadow of the stairs itself. That's my logic of it anyways. Right, I can't go into that room, I can't go into that room, I cannot go into that or that. Look at this, an expensive vase is placed here. Oh dear. And as always with any sort of RPG Maker game, do not interact with pianos, although we're going to do so anyways. It's a grand piano. From experiences of the likes of The Witch's House MV, The Witch's House and Misao, you know very well that interacting with pianos is a bad idea. The elevator is strictly for the helpers to carry luggage and whatever. They would get mad at me if I used it. So it's only for when people are going in and out with luggage. Okay. I should really... Okay, so the dining room's first floor. Yay! Yay! Is you shit? Good morning, glory to you, young master. Good morning to you too, Mr. Kurita. I didn't mean... I want to read the rest of that, but I don't know why I thought that was the end of the text. I am. Not only do I have my hands full with prepping the front yard for the coming spring, but I've also got plans for planting some cherry trees in the backyard. But more cherry trees? Do we even have room for them? There's no such thing as too many cherries. Sure do. I hope you're looking forward to it, so don't get too I believe that meant to be impatient. Sir, speaking of cherry trees, do you know what cherry blossoms mean? In the language of flowers, that is. It means spiritual beauty and elegant lady. And the meaning also changes depending on the variety. The wild cherry ones means smiling for you, while the village cherry means broad knowledge. A monster? Yeah, that's impressive. You know what? You should really let Sakura know about this, considering her name is Japanese for cherry blossom and all. I must really get going before... Breakfast is ready. Waiting. Wait, your master, I wasn't done talking. Sheesh, once you bring up anything about flowers with Mr. Kurita, he will literally talk your ear off. It's just best to distract him and make a run for it. Yay, let's go. It's a painting of a lovely arrangement of flowers. It's a mirror. Okay, we've already established that you do not like mirrors. What about this fountain? What about these chandeliers? I have no reason to go outside. Yes, exactly. There is no reason to go outside. It's cloudy, it's cold, it's gloomy, but perfect reasons to stay indoors. Ah, December 10th morning. Oh, good morning to you, young master. Good morning. What's for breakfast today? I've prepared some scrambled eggs and bacon with freshly baked toast, croissants and butter rolls, along with some assorted fruits and yogurts. How can anyone eat that much food first thing in the morning? It's a choice, sir. I understand your sentiments, sir. I will reconsider tomorrow's breakfast menu then. Sounds good to me. God, you are so impatient. Can I talk to you? Hey, morning. Hi. Looks like someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. I am your big brother's fiance, so the least you could do is open up a little. I don't care. You're still a stranger to me. My, aren't you a friendly one? Hey, my little man. You have some nerve coming back home, Natsumi. Damn, that's harsh. I'm the firstborn son in this family. Isn't that enough reason to come back? And once our old man finally kicks the bucket, you know what that means. This entire estate is going to be mine. All mine. Bloody rich, posh, arrogant man. Yes, you're dressed like an old man too. How rare to see you sleeping so late. Only because I stayed up all night reading through that book you've loaned me. Alright, and here I thought you were doing anything to avoid being in the same room as Natsumi. That sounds more like something you would do. That's hardly a secret. That coward ran away, and once he heard that father's health is deteriorating, he wants to scoop back in like a vulture and take it all for himself. He even went so far as to bring a woman with him, claiming she's his fiancée or whatever nonsense. Not even a shred of shame. The nerve of him. Don't get too worked up. There's no way Dad would leave his inheritance to Natsumi. No one has worked nearly as hard for our family's business as you have. Of course, you're right. But just thinking about how a firstborn son can become such a despicable... I've never seen that name before. It makes me want to vomit. Yeah, that. I'll have to look up how to pronounce that name. I've never seen that name before in my life. Good morning, Mum. Oh, good morning. We were all waiting for you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you all wait. Don't worry, dear, it's okay. So where do I sit? Good morning. Good morning to you too. Hehe. I wonder how long it's been since all of us have had a chance to eat breakfast together like this. Not that this dining room table is going to be the center of the murder mystery of this game. Just like the previous game's murder encounter was also in a dining room. You know, it's not going to happen here, totally. Are you aware of the real reason why Natsumi came back home after all this time? Because he loves and misses his family so dearly. Never change, big sister. Yeah, there's obviously some other reason. Way to be late! Sorry, Akini. I absolutely hate it when people force me to wait for them. I'll be more considerate next time. You better, while you were wasting my time sleeping away. Them and the others have been doing nothing but arguing over who is the rightful heir of their family inheritance. Honestly, what makes these people think that the inheritance is theirs to begin with? Aren't you also fighting for the same thing? Seriously, is that even a question? That irresponsible blank Natsumi would only run our family's entire estate into the ground. Then we have Sakura. You honestly can't think that Ditz would fare much better? And don't get me started on them. Surely he's better than the others, and wants what's best for the estate, but his methods become utterly incomprehensible. Only I am fit to inherit Dad's business. Obviously, anyone would obviously say that they are better off with the inheritance just because they are greedy. Everyone here is selfish. Okay, not this little girl. This little girl is the only one that's sane. Me and this little girl, we're the only ones that's sane in this whole household. Everyone else, you know, they just want the money to themselves. I believe the money should go to this little gem right here. You finally made it, big brother. Yeah, sorry for making you go through all the trouble to wake me. Hehe, don't worry about it. Everyone was waiting for so long that they said they'll just start breakfast without you. That's why I went and woke you up. If it was up to me, I would let you sleep in as long as you want because I love you so much. I want this little girl to be a survivor. Is that so? I'm glad she woke me up. Azusa, whatever her name is, I believe it's about time we eat. Please go sit down. Yes, Mom. So, talking to everyone and then doing it. This is a splendid breakfast. Now, everyone, let's eat. Thank you for the meal. Huh? Where the heck is the old man? Isn't he supposed to be eating here with us all? You certainly wouldn't know, with what running away 8 years ago, but Father has been eating meals in his room for the past 3 years. Seriously, man? Why? We don't know why. Then when should we expect His Highness to come out of his hidey hole to get his breakfast? After we finish eating, those two take the food to his room personally. Wow, so it's not a pain. Carrying food is not a pain, you smug, rich personnel. I'm not dissing the developers. I mean, no, absolutely no dissing to the developers for having these kind of characters in the game. That's what makes certain games really good, for having characters that you would automatically dislike if you meet them in real life. Speaking of pain in the pooper, just how long are you planning on staying here? Huh? It's my house, ain't it? I'm planning on staying here forever, and I'm planning to be buried with the house itself. Don't get too uncomfortable. Dad can always change his mind up until the day he dies, you know. Hahaha, I think I'm pretty cushy for where I'm standing. As expected, coming from a dirty blank like you. Say that again, I dare you. Is there any way to speak to your older brother? Yes, it is. I don't care if you are the older brother. If you're acting like somebody who is just a pain in the pooper, then obviously you do not deserve the self-proclaimed recognition that you put upon yourself. What I'm trying to say is, I don't like rich people's mindsets. We'll treat you like a proper old brother when you start acting like one. You see, I like that guy. My, aren't we feeling cheeky today, young master? Quit it. This is making all of us look ugly. He's right, guys. We shouldn't fight like this. No, I trust everyone to have a good breakfast. Those two, would you both please tidy up the table? As you wish, madam. Certainly, madam. You still didn't get any sleep. Now then, Sasimoto and I will take our leave to Master Rindo's quarters and deliver his breakfast. Yes, please do, if you'll excuse us. Well then, I must go make some preparations. We're expecting some company later today. Children, you are all free to continue about your business. I don't have any plans at the moment, so I guess I'll head back to my bedroom. Return to your bedroom. Files. Return to bedroom. Oh, I didn't know these things had... I would have read these if I knew that the objectives would have descriptions with them. I need to get going to the dining room so that I can start eating breakfast with my family. All I have to do is leave my bedroom and go downstairs to the first floor, and then up ahead is the double doors that leads me to the dining room. Looks like everyone is here now. Dining table, I should be polite and tell them good morning before I eat. It's obvious with the tension the atmosphere of today's breakfast went pretty badly. Of course, the course of our family drama revolved over who would succeed Dad's inheritance. This matter doesn't really concern me. All I want is for things to go back to where they once were. Since I don't have any other plans, I guess I'll go back to my bedroom. Sounds like a great plan to me. And obviously, we need to make a save at some point. For 40 minutes? We haven't been here that long. It must have recorded the time that I opened up the game initially. Hello. I don't know why everyone was yelling back and forth at each other, but I'm very happy to be able to eat tasty food with my brothers and sisters again. I hope you survive this. If a developer actually makes this little gem die, then I'm going to write a formal complaint. A formal complaint of a huge size A2 piece of paper in the diddliest little bit of writing. for a proper explanation as to why this little gem had to die in the game. But I'm hoping that doesn't come to the case. Who's the developer's name again? Also, I need to check back on that. I need to go back to my room and freshen up my makeup. Do you know? Maybe I should go out shopping today and spoil my princess, Yuki. Yes, maybe you should do something about that attitude of yours and get yourself a brain... I was going to say a brain transplant, but just an operation on your brain. I think this bookshelf could use a bit of expansion. You think so? Foreign authors. Are these all? I think they're all just going to be the same. Business models. Okay, so each of these is going to be written by Japanese authors. No particular genre. Reference books. Definitely could use a reference book in university, for goodness sakes. No reason to go outside. Where are we? There are books here written in a foreign language. Nothing inside the... I think we've been here for about 20 minutes at most. And even then, there's still no murder happening, so I need to continue back with the game until something like that happens. I'll need to give my baby some fertilizer soon. Wow, these flowers are your babies? There are a variety of flowers growing here. Some of the labels read forget-me-not and... I don't know how to pronounce that. Amongst others. Nope. Are they all the they're all the same. They're all the same flowers. It's a mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Can you show me a different reflection of myself? Absolutely not, because this is you. And I don't care what you want. What the... That sounded like it came from Dad's room. Rush over to your dad's room. I have to go to Dad's room. Which is the Dad's room? Who is the Dad? Who is... Mary... Which is the Dad's room? Who is the Dad's room? Maybe it's the end one. This one... Maybe... Rindo. Opposite side. Oh. Well then. It's not a dining room murder this time, but it is a master bedroom murder. Huh? Master Rindo? This can't be happening. Dad? No. It can't be. Don't look, young master, Sasimoto. Let's leave this room at once. I'll take the little master with me. Yes, sir. What was with that scream earlier? Did something happen? Master Rindo, Master Rindo is no longer with us. He hung himself. I don't think he did. Not at all. 100%. This is a murder mystery. The mystery needs to be solved to identify the murderer. Huh? You can't be serious. What kind of sick joke is this? Why? No. Please no. Mother? Madam, are you alright? Sasimoto, watch over Madam. I'll go contact the authorities at once. Yes, sir. Allow me to help you. Mister, after you call the authorities, I want you to watch over Father's room and ensure it is preserved until they arrive. Leave it to me, mister. I ask everyone to not approach Master Rindo's room in the meantime. God damn, what could have possessed the old man to up and take his life like that? I'm scared. It's going to be okay, Oi. I'm here with you. How about we go downstairs to the dining room? I'll go fetch you a cup of warm milk. I should help you calm down. Okay. Take Aoi to the dining room. There she's with us, Dad. Why? He's really gone. Damn, just as I come back home, all of this has to go down. Talk about the worst time in the universe. You know, I suspect you from the start. What other reason would there be to not suspect you? My beloved, my dearest, why? Mother, I'm going to stay here by their side. You do that, and get some sleep while you're at it. I don't think their sprite's going to change. The atmosphere here has sure gotten pretty heavy. Yeah, you don't think? Yep. 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 Bruh. Okay. Who? Dining room for warm milk. I have alerted the authorities. I advise that the young master and the young miss please not enter your father's room. Here you go, Harry. Some more milk. Thank you, big brother. Mum also was in a state of shock. I hope she too is doing alright. Who could that be? Could it be the police? It wouldn't be, not this early. Wait, I do remember Mum mentioning she had some guests arriving here back at breakfast. It must be them. I'll be right back. Answer the front door, if you will. Let's see. Look at this. Was that Mrs. Scream I just heard? Pretty sure I heard it was coming from Dad's room. I should check and make sure everyone's alright. But Dad's room is in the east hallway, and it's the left-hand door. I found Dad dead as I entered his room. He had committed suicide. This whole turn of events has sent my little sister into a state of shock. I plan to bring her down to the dining room so I can get her a cup of warm milk to calm her down. Sounds at the front door. If I recall correctly, Mum mentioned having some guests over back when we were eating breakfast. The adults are all preoccupied at the moment, so it falls to me to take care of it. Up to the front door. I don't think it would. Hello! What a huge mansion! Anyone else getting a feeling of deja vu? It's just a coincidence, I assure you. Ah, the three characters from before. Lovely little animation. It's nice to meet you. And that's when I meet him. Hello, we are from the Inaba Detective Bureau, where we stop at nothing until the job's done. We received your request for an investigation. Again with the blatant propaganda. Just to be clear here, I don't work at a bureau. A detective bureau? That's right, I am Detective Inaba's assistant, Nina, at your service. We are here as per request from a missus. She hired us to look into an extramarital affair, and I am Detective Sogo Inaba. You are already well aware of who I am. I am Mrs. Sakaki's doctor. If possible, I'd like Detective Inaba here to speak with your mother as soon as we are able. My mum, she's... Who is at the door? These people are from the Detective Bureau. It seems Mum has sent out a request or something. Why would Mother call for a detective? Good afternoon. Would you kindly show me to where I may find Mrs. Sakaki? Mother is currently resting in a room. We're having a bit of a quandary at the moment. Oh, that doesn't sound good. My dad, he committed suicide. You didn't How awful. I can't believe Mr. Wood. Doctor, did you also know our father? Yes, along with your mother. Your father was also my patient many times before. Well now, it seems our infidelity investigation came to an end before it began. You're right, it has taken a sudden dark turn. For the time being, may I go check in with Mrs. as her doctor and see to her current condition? Of course, by all means. If you'll excuse me, it's best I don't keep her waiting. May I ask both of you to please wait here? One of our domestic helpers will be by to assist you shortly. Understood. Should we just go home, Mr. Inaba? Hard to say for now, Ayamura. If the authorities have already been contacted, then they should be able to handle this case in short order. Are you sure about that? Oh? I doubt my dad committed suicide. And what would make you say that? What is your name again? I'm the third son of the family. So then, could you explain what you meant by your last comment? It's just that I have 5 brothers and sisters, and my dad is quite wealthy. So for the past few days, my brothers and sisters have been doing nothing but arguing constantly over who would be the inheritor of his fortune. I see, so you're suspecting that one of them could have planned to kill him in order to secure themselves in his inheritance. Yeah, My dad would never ever think of committing suicide. He's not that kind of person. Then you're saying that it was made to look like a... Mr. Inaba, Miss Ayamura, sorry to keep you waiting. Ah, hello. How do you do? I am the housekeeper. I want to thank you for taking the time to come all of this way. We're doing just fine, don't worry about it. What we really want to know is if Mrs. Sakaki is doing alright. She's doing well, thank you for asking, madam. We're extremely thankful that the doctor came today. He's been a huge help with madam. I'm glad to hear it. Also, the madam wishes to speak with you two most urgently. Oh, would that be alright? Yes, she insists. I'll take you to her. Please come this way. I'll come with you. I also want to know how Mom is faring. I understand. You are welcome to join us, young master. It's always about who does what in these households. Nice. We're doing just fabulous. So the room is... our files. No notes. Midday. It seems my client has something she wishes to discuss with me. According to her housekeeper, Sasimoto, their room is on the second floor, eastern hallway, right hand side. It's best if I go there immediately. I don't want to keep a client waiting. So is it over this way and down here? Madam, I present to you Mr. Inaba, Miss Ayamura of Inaba, Detective Buriel. Please come in. You must be Detective Inaba, yes? Please. First, please let me thank you for coming in today. I am this personnel. I'm terribly sorry we couldn't have met under better circumstances. It is a pleasure to meet you as well. I am Sogo Inaba. Our condolences to you and your family. And I am his assistant. If there is anything we can do to help, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you. You have my gratitude. You know, according to Doctor, the two of you make quite the pair. Did he? I mean, we're nothing special, yeah. Yeah, your face is all too telling of how pleased you are. Yes, and that is the reason why I summoned the both of you. I have a request to ask. A request? Is this still regarding the extramarital affair you wanted us to look into earlier, madam? Because it's already, you know... No, that issue is best left alone now. Instead, I ask for you to investigate the circumstances of my husband's death. The circumstances of your husband's death? I do not believe for a moment that my Rindo ended his own life. Even if it does come to light that he did indeed take his own life with his own hands, I must know the reason why. I accept your request, madam. I will investigate this matter to the best of my abilities. I appreciate your help, detective. I will make sure that my children and domestic helpers know that both of you are allowed complete access of my mansion. Thank you for your assistance. Now then, we have a new case. Let us begin without delay. Assistant, right behind you. If there's not too much trouble, may I join you as well? For this mansion is quite huge, so you probably need someone like me to help show you around the place. If that is the case, then I can handle this, miss. More importantly, could you do me a favour? I'd feel much better if you could watch over Aoi in the dining room for me. I don't want her to be by herself. As you wish, young master. Now then, shall I begin, Mr. Investigator? Right. So I'm thinking that there's two possible suspects right now. Number one is the eldest son. And number two would be the wife itself, because why would she invite a detective round if she knows that she's going to rely on him to be able to investigate this situation? Nice to meet you. I am the oldest daughter of the family. Miss Inaba, Miss Ayamura, thank you for watching over little man. Little madam. Little man, okay, I'm going to call him Little Man. Please don't treat me like a kid. Wow, she's so mature and ladylike. Indeed, you could learn a little from her. Actually, scratch that, you might be a lost cause. That's a low blow. Thank you for taking my request, Mr. Inaba. Yeah, sure, definitely. It appears Mrs. has calmed down considerably. She should be just fine in the company of her family.
I'm glad to hear it. Then would you mind assisting me with this case, Doctor? You want my help? Precisely. Your expertise may be needed. If you say so, then I'll come along.
Yeah, another one to the party. Party, I mean. So there's 4 people in the party now. I know we have already seen each other, but allow me to properly introduce myself. My name is Sakaki, the second son of the family.
Hello, it's very nice to meet you.
So you're the second son in the family. I take it you have an older brother. I notice he isn't present here. Not surprising. He's someone I cannot fathom being related to my blood. It seems this older brother isn't popular. Kind of like you. Oh my god, that's a low blow. Just what are you implying? Let me put it like this. Aside from myself and Dr. Harima, can you name any other friends you have?
I went a bit too far, didn't I? Apologies are not payment enough for your words.
The damage is already done.
Alright, I'll explain each room as you enter them. Also, while you're at it, please introduce yourself to the rest of my family's members and helpers. During the investigation, you can bring up a map of the mansion by pressing the C key. Excellent. It will display where all of the residents are located. Any persons you haven't spoken with yet will have their icon flashing. Okay, dokie, so these are the places in the mansions which we have not yet explored.
Excellent.
What, we can teleport as well? Oh my god, this is excellent, we can teleport! This entire floor is the accommodations for our helpers. This room belongs to our housekeeper, miss. She is a new hire, so she makes a lot of mistakes. That's why Mr. our butler has to scold her pretty often. Is that why she doesn't sleep? Well, plenty of practical books here. Indeed, practical books. Practical books is a vanity table. At this point, I see no reason to search her closet. Are you sure? Table. The table is as tall as the character. I mean, look.
How tall is this table?
A custom closet for the household staff. The shower facilities for the household staff. Toilet room for the household staff. This room belongs to our gardener, Mr. Kurita. Mr. Kurita has been working here for the past 5 years. Despite his youthful appearance, he is in fact 30 years old. He seems to be incapable of talking about little else other than flowers, flower meanings, and gardening. Okay, that's a good way of looking at it. Well, anyone could be the murderer. It looks like a book about the language of flowers. Read it, yes. Okay, let's move on. At this point, I see no reason to search the closet. Bed. Well, you can get comfy here. Most of the books on gardening, as well as illustrated guides to flowers. Is this room just literally nothing but flowers? And how do these flowers grow here? This room belongs to our butler. He is our veteran helper and has been working here in this mansion for over 10 years. Also, since we don't have a private chief, he is also responsible for preparing all the meals. What a nice butler this man is. Plenty of recipe books and practical books here. Practical. Won't be using the teleport function too often. I like to see everything and anywhere. This room belongs to the third daughter of the family, Aoi. In case you're wondering, Aoi and I have no claim to our family business or fortune. Besides, my dad would never leave his entire estate to a child. Nice to know. Grade school books placed here. There are plenty of children's books here as well as textbooks. That's a nice looking bed. At this point, I see no reason to search her closet. Vanity table doesn't appear to have been used yet. older. Wait till she's older. This room belongs to the second daughter, Akini. Akini works hard to help Dad out with his family business, therefore she thinks she's the most optimal candidate to succeed Dad. Not to mention, her fixation on the family fortune is bordering on obsession. Vanity table, desk, work materials, plenty of business books and novels here. Why is everyone huh? Huh? Who are you people? Hello, we're from the Inaba Detective Bureau. This is Detective Sogo Inaba and I'm his assistant. What? Detectives? Well, I suppose Mom did mention earlier about you two. Still doesn't explain why you're walking around as if you own... Mom wants to know for sure what happened to Dad, therefore she requested a detective so she can know the truth. Are you being serious? What the heck is Mom thinking? What will knowing the truth or whatever change? Nothing, that's what. Obsessing over every little detail won't change the fact that... We kind of get that, you snob. Mom is just trying to think of things from every angle. Whatever, I'm so over this. You might not realise it yet, Detective, but you're going to be seeing some real fireworks in this mansion. Don't say I didn't warn you. Thanks for the tip. God, you are one person I would never be friends with in real life. This is the bar. Yes, let's drink our problems away. Actually, do not. That would be an extremely unhealthy way of living. There are only bottles of the most exquisite wine lined up here. Yes. Exquisite wine. This is where the two guest bedrooms are. One of them is currently being occupied by my older brother, Natsumi's fiance. Nobody here. And this... Well, neither. A painting of a beautiful landscape decorates this wall. Yes, we have got 4 people with us. This room belongs to the first daughter. She doesn't really have any desire to assist with the family's business or show any interest in the inheritance. Instead, she spends her time with Mum and helping her out where she can. Oh yeah, she's the more modest daughter of the family. This room belongs to the second son, Sakaki. He has dedicated himself to assisting my dad with his work on a daily basis. He is by far the top candidate of inheriting Dad's legacy. And he is not shy about it either. Knowing there's a slight chance it could go to anyone has been a fair source of anxiety for him. Especially when it comes to Natsumi, the oldest son in the family in particular. Yes, because all of the elders are usually the ones who like to boast the most, but has the least amount to offer or prove. Unless, of course, what they can prove. But usually, most of the time, they cannot. This room belongs to the first son. This room has always been empty ever since he ran away from home a while ago. The only reason why he's home now is due to the family's inheritance. Bugger. Aren't you two those whatchamacallits? Oh yeah, I recall now. My mum mentioned hiring some kind of detective and assistants. That's right, I'm the assistant, and this here is the detective himself. How do you do? No way, you're like a real detective? Words right out of my mouth. Bleh. It's like we're living in some kind of pulp fiction right now. Out with it. Who don't know it, detective? Don't be ridiculous. Hell, what kind of lackluster answer was that? No kidding. Nothing at all. Well, maybe you should put a line here. This is where your mind is at in fiction, and this is where reality is right now. You know, don't look at things at TV and think they're their real life. These two. Don't let them get to you, detective. That turned out about as well as expected. Yes, very well indeed. So it seems like the person who's with us and the little daughter is the only sane people in the family aside the mother and the eldest sister. So it's kind of like one of the sisters are insane and but the eldest brother is definitely insane. The second eldest is a little insane. And wasn't there another one? Maybe it's just me. This is my bedroom. There's really not much to it, so knock yourself out searching around, I guess. Oh, we'll do that most definitely. Detective novels strewn about the desk. Here. At this point, search his closet. Textbooks as well as novels. Similar taste to other people, I assume. Bathroom. This here we've already been at. This all leads to my dad's room. Let me show you around the mansion first before you start your investigation in there. Okay, we'll do that then. So, map. We've explored the third floor, the second floor. Now we shall go to the first floor. Why is that room of importance, by the way? Oh, dearie me. Ah, hello there, I'm the gardener. Oh, a gardener, say, what are those flowers are you holding called? They're very pretty. Ah, yep, these beauties are called these in the language of flowers. These can mean love in vain or suffering in love, not to be confused for the sea. Oh no, I wouldn't wish something like them on my worst one. I see. But that's not all. Did you know that a flower's meaning could change just from the colour alone? Like for example, the red one means I love you, then the white one means truth and anticipation and hope, and the purple one means I'll believe and wait for... This is no time for long stories. Maybe you can tell them another time? Oh, I understand, young master. Well then, you know where to find me. I am always gladious to meet new people. Sorry about that, you guys. It's just that once he gets started about flowers, he won't know when to stop. He really stepped on a landmine this time. Me and my big mouth. Aw. Me and my precious little big mouth. This is the kitchen. My family rarely comes here since it's mainly for our helpers. Is that so? This is the butler's pantry and over there is the service elevator. The helpers use it to deliver tea and other such things. What do you mean by other such things? This is the dining room. It's pretty huge because it made so our entire family can eat together. But that's becoming more of a dying tradition for us lately. There's definitely some sort of a friction in the family. Fissure, tension, difficulty, refrigerator. Don't know why I thought it was a door. It is the storage room. Okay. This is one of the guest bedrooms. We tend to get a lot of guests and we have a lot of spare rooms, so it kind of worked out in our favour. Yes, having it on the first floor. This is the archive room. This would be a good place to look up research of the area. Research the fountain. I do not need to leave the mansion right now. Of course we don't. This is the sunroom. You could almost say this is like a second home to Mr. Creator, our gardener. So the only thing we need to do left is to interact with the youngest daughter of the family. But let's look on you first. Do you need my assistance or anything today, sir? Not at the moment. Thank you for the offer. If that is what you wish, if you ever need my help at all, please be sure to ask me. We shall do that. Good afternoon, my name is Aoi. I am the youngest and nicest of my brothers and sisters. It is nice to meet with both of you. How do you do? Oh, the pleasure of meeting you is nice too. Was that your attempt at being polite? I thought that only happens when pigs fly. I kindly humbly request for you to shut your mouth, mister. I believe that's it for the tour of the mansion. Shouldn't we go to my dad's room now? Perform an investigation of Rindo's room. Sure thing, man. We shall do that. We shall do that most definitely. Oh, we can't go to the map now. We have to. It is like... Good. Young master, may I ask who are these people with you? I'm sure you're already familiar with our family doctor, but this is Mr. Inaba and detective and his assistants, Miss. They are here to investigate the circumstances of Dad's death. Mr. Investigator, this is the butler. It's nice to meet you. We were hired by Mrs. Sakaki. A personal request from the madam? Would it be alright if I investigate the scene of the death? Would it be best to wait for the authorities first, sir? And I'm guessing that would be them right now? It appears so. Would you please let them in? Certainly, sir, if you'll excuse me. Now then, the place is all yours, Mr. Investigator. Huh? But aren't we supposed to be waiting for the police? I've no recollection of agreeing to wait for them. Do you? That was sly of you. Ayamura, you would do well to learn from his example. That's an example I am not comfortable with following, honestly. Thanks to his quick thinking, we gained a sliver of time to spare. Let's investigate all we can and fast. Okay, I'm ready. Just a moment, everyone. Nina, I recommend the two of you wait here while Mr. Inaba and I go investigate. Why can't I come? The death scene has been completely untouched, so it means you two might see his lifeless body. No children should be exposed to such trauma. But I've already seen it. And that does not make it any better. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself otherwise. So Nina, would you kindly keep an eye on him for me? Got it. Doctor, we don't have a moment to waste. Coming. Right. It is as you said, Dr. Harima. The scene of the death is left in an untouched state. Let's investigate as much as we can. There are outdoor coats hanging on the garment rack. Quiet. The wall is filled all over with practical books and business books. Yep. There's nothing to suggest that this window was ever opened. On top of that, the window blinds are still closed. It looks that way. Well, shouldn't we open the window blinds? You know, for reference. Doctor, would you please examine the body? Right away. What's this? Did you discover something, Doctor? Mr. Inaba, even though this does look like he hung himself, I see enough signs to convince me that this was set up to look like a suicide. Are you certain? Yes. All of the ligature marks on his neck do, I don't know if I pronounced that name correctly, do match strangulation by rope, but the bruising is inconsistent from what I've seen with suicide. You know what this suggests, don't you? That someone strangled him to death with a rope, then used the same rope to hang him afterward. Judging from the rigor mortis, I can estimate he died around 11 PM last night. However, I cannot deduce anything further without a complete autopsy. I am positive that we're looking at a murder here. Then Miss Sakaki's intuition was right all along, which means we have a homicide on our hands. To think this case started off as an infidelity investigation. Just what is going on here? Uncertain. His bedroom and the desk itself. All of these materials look to be work related. The times when I took care of Mr. Sakaki face to face, he always seemed very zealous about his work. I see. Just by looking at his desk alone, one can get the impression that this is a man who is fastidious and organized. He keeps everything running smoothly. But why is there still a sparkle there? What's this? There's something in here when I pulled out the desk drawer. This is Mr. Sakaki's last will and testament. Then this is a huge find. Interesting. From the glance I can tell this will has been entirely penned by hand. But it'd be improper for us to read it before the family gets the chance to. I'll hand it over to Mrs. later. I agree, that'd be for the best. Rindo's will. What is going on? Why are there civilians at the death scene? It seems the police have finally made their entrance. Why does that voice sound familiar? Hey, you guys, what on earth are you thinking? Waltzing into a death scene as if you're right. Oh, you're just my luck. Hi, sweetheart. Dear, just what do you think you're doing? I'm so sorry, it won't happen again. Don't think you can sorry your way out this time. Now tell me, what were you thinking? Is this lady an acquaintance of yours by chance? You could say that. She is Dr. Harima's wife, after all. Oh, detective, it's been a while. My darling husband is forever indebted to you. I received a report from a DB, at this residence. I came as quickly as I could. I appreciate your insistence, Inspector. Still, mister, even if I know you meant well, I still can't have you doing whatever you please. It creates extra work for me down at the station. It'll all work out, honest, honey. Don't think you're already forgiven, Muffin. Yes, dear. Wants to perform a thorough investigation, but I suppose you two have already done that for me now, haven't you? Yes. I was just getting ready to go tell the family the results of our investigation. Mister, would you please go ahead and gather everyone in the dining room? I will report my findings there. Leave it to me, sir. Now then, let us make our way to the dining room. Of course. Very well. I say, wouldn't more heads work out, Mrs. Inspector, sorry? Welcome back. I hope you found what you were looking for. Oh, and Inspector, I just want to say that it's been a while. How have you been? I've been doing fine. It's good to see you well, Nina. Sorry for ignoring you earlier. You know, police duties and all. But let me say that you've blossomed into such a beautiful young woman since we last met. I'll bet you have to fend off boys all the time. No, it's actually the opposite. Am I really? I mean, I'm not that pretty. As I said before, you're terrible at hiding how pleased you are. Nina, do you know this lady? Is she a friend of yours? Yes, she's a good person and you can trust her. Maybe she can be your friend too, just like me. It seems the two of you have gotten closer while we were away. Yep, and we had nothing to do, so we decided to chat with each other quite a bit and became fast friends. So I got to learn a lot about him and his family. And I got to hear a lot of interesting stories about Mr. Inaba that you wouldn't believe. Really now. Shh, that was supposed to be a secret. I can't wait to hear about these tall tales you've filled his head with later on, including all the nitty-gritty details. For now, we need to get to the dining room. Right behind you. Hey, my man, the detective, I heard you found something juicy about my old man's death, so what is it? We're all dying to hear. Thank you, everyone, for coming. There is something I must let you all know concerning the death of the father of the family. What did you discover? I will not mince words, madam. I'm afraid that your husband did not commit suicide. He was murdered. Are you serious? It can't be. Additionally, I found that he had a holographic will. It is a will he entirely hand-wrote and signed himself. It also requires no witnesses to verify. Father wrote his own will? So not only was it not a suicide, but Dad's will was discovered as well? Mr. Sakaki likely realized his time was coming regardless and wrote his will in preparation. Or maybe he suspected that someone wanted him dead and wrote his will for that purpose. May I see it, his last testament? Of course, here you go, madam. Would you prefer for us to wait outside? No, it's alright. I want all of us to hear it together. Understood. This is the last will and testament of me, Rindo Sakaki. I hereby cancel all previous wills I have made of every nature and all the rest, residue and remainder of my estate, both real and personnel, of whatsoever kind of character and wherever suited. Am I reading this correctly? What seems to be the problem, madam? I give, divorce, and bequeath to my daughter to be hers absolutely and forever. I sign my name to written on this one piece of paper, this 9th of December 2016, Rindo. He left it all to me? What? This has to be some kind of sick joke! You mean to tell me that the old man left his entire fortune to his... No, not stupid bubble brain. This must be some sort of mistake. Dad would never leave his inheritance to Sakura. It's unthinkable. That will must be forged or something. No, Akane, I'm afraid you're wrong. This is your father's handwriting. No, it is. Impossible. Me the heir, but if you prefer, Miss Sakura, you can always appoint someone else in lieu of yourself. Sakura, dear? Yes, mother. I know you were never interested in the family business and rarely, if ever, assisted in the matter. However, you have always gone above and beyond what it came to taking care of me and your father. It could be that maybe he is finally recognizing those efforts and expressing his gratitude. It is your father's decision after all. You shouldn't feel ashamed, so hold your head up high, dear. You should be the one to succeed as the family's heir. I understand, mother. This is... Are you even hearing yourself, Mum? It's tradition for the firstborn son... No, it's not. To take over as the heir of the family, or have you forgotten? He's right. He's the oldest son, isn't he? So what the heck does that leave him? I will have silence from the both of you. You must respect that everything is your father's decision. He being of sound mind and judgment. Forgive me if I'm not convinced. Yes, it's true. Sakura was all too happy to help out the family in her own unique fashion. But it doesn't change the fact she shirked her duties when it came to the business. She should not be the one to inherit all of that. Yeah, he's right, it doesn't make any sense. Listen up, everyone. The fact that this will has come to light and is now legally binding cannot be changed, so please calm down. Hold up. Aren't we all forgetting something strange the detective said earlier? Something about the old man not offering himself, but someone doing him in instead. I did indeed say that, yes. Sakura, you did it, didn't you? Sneaky. No, I couldn't. Everyone settle down. I want to hear what Detective Inaba has to say regarding all that has happened. Well, I will first say that this matter requires more investigation. Very well. Until the time comes when Detective Inaba arrives at a conclusion regarding the situation, we shall honour the will and have Sakura be the heir. Furthermore, I will not abide any further slander or discussion involving the matter. Am I clear? Thank you, Mother. You're a good person. Now then, mister, I will give you free rein to investigate the case of my husband's murderer. Please solve this mystery for me and my family. You have my word, ma'am. I've got a sick feeling in the pit of my stomach. That entire exchange did nothing but show the worst side of human beings. Their father is murdered and all they can do is squabble over who gets his money? Not everyone squabbled, just most of them. That's just the way people are. Very cruel and heartless, isn't it? Come on, everyone, this is no time to be dragging your feet. Listen, I'm going to head back to the station so we can perform an official autopsy on the deceased. Please don't ruin the crime scene in my absence, and remember to always wear gloves whenever you touch evidence, okay? Yes, madam. We'll be careful. Oh, and Pumpkin, can I trust that you will do all... Can I trust that you will do all you come to Can I trust that you will do all you can to help Mr. Inaba? Okay, I just wasn't reading that out correctly. I don't want to come back and hear you chickened out at the last minute. Will do, dear. Lastly, Mr. Inaba, good luck. Shall we begin the investigation? I thought we should first focus on gathering everyone's alibis, and after we're thorough with that, we should give Mr. Sakaki's room a once over. Yes, we should give everyone's rooms and everyone a thorough questioning, because that's how we're going to be able to get to the bottom of this investigation, this murder case, this everything. So this has been it for the moment, folks. Hope you've been enjoying this video as much as I have making it, aside my obvious grammar mistakes in pronouncing things and mispronouncing certain other things, but this has been it for the moment. So Thank you so much for watching. We're going to be seeing each other in the next time of the Mystery Files of Detective Inaba No. 2. Have a good day and take care of yourselves.